Today I'm going to be breaking down how you can take down any Town Hall 9 base using Go Wipe here at Town Hall 8. So here is the army composition that we are going to be using today, and honestly it's fairly simple. Yes, we do have that one epic piece of equipment on the Barbarian King. Honestly, the spiky ball is probably a better choice, but in this particular attack I don't actually have the spiky ball unlocked, so for me the snake bracelet also does a good little bit of value. The earthquake boots 100% are necessary. The army itself super simple, so we'll jump in and we'll break it down. So in all of these strategies we're coming in against Town Hall 9 bases. Now I know in some of these they might be dead bases, they might not have clan castle troops, or the expos may be slightly not up to scratch, but we're still coming in against Town Hall 9 and the strategy is still exactly the same. This is actually the strategy I used to push up to Masters League as a Town Hall 8 a few months ago. I definitely loved pushing at Town Hall 8. The problem for me was I just didn't have enough time. It was all these really super low trophy offers, you know, 4 or 5 trophies at a time, and I was really looking to try and get more. But this strategy did it for me and it can definitely help you on your pushing journey. This is also a fantastic strategy to use in Clan Wars. I see all the time people asking for strategies hitting higher town halls, especially in CWL, and this is definitely one that I myself have used. So the strategy itself super simple. We've actually completely missed talking about the start, but we'll definitely get that in the next replay. As you guys saw, we have the double golems coming out in front. Those are going to be used to tank for your Pekkas, your wizards, your king, and any of your other troops. The king ideally is going to look to push into the core of the base, where you can use his earthquake boots ability like we did in this particular attack, wiping down multiple defenses and opening all those wall sections at the same time. Now you'll notice we do have the continuous trickle damage coming in from the furnace, which is my new current favorite troop down here at Town Hall 8. It's probably a little bit underwhelming because you kind of just go ahead and drop it and forget about it, but it is an incredibly strong troop that you can get a huge amount of value from. So we'll talk in detail about it in this next attack. So progressing through into the next attack, again we're approaching this the exact same way. We're dropping down a golem to kick off proceedings, couple of wizards sprinkled in on either side. Now typically I like to try and attack into a flat side of the base, so we funnel on the corners and then push the rest of our troops onto the flat side of the base. So the flat side I'm talking about here is where the wizard tower is. We're raging up straight away those Pekkas and wizards, hopefully getting tanked for by the golem, though our golems don't quite play ball here, looking to try and get straight away into the core of the base as quickly as we possibly can. In this particular one, we're dropping down that heal spell nice and early because we're taking a lot of damage. The heal spell you want to use before you start to lose your wizards, or if your king gets locked onto by archer towers, Teslas, expos, anything like that, because we want our king to survive for as long as possible. Now when it comes to the furnace, we'll talk about that in a little second, but you guys can see we've got trickle damage coming from that furnace over there on that left hand side. Sometimes I'll drop down the furnace with my main core of troops that are going to be pushing through into the core. This is when you've got a really heavy core section of the base, but sometimes you need to just create a little bit more of a funnel on one particular side if things don't quite go to plan. And for me, the golems and the wizards over on that left hand side of the base didn't quite get as much value as I was looking for, so that's why I had to drop that furnace slightly further off center, so we can go ahead, clear out some of those defenses and buildings on that left hand side, allowing the rest of our troops just to continue working through the core. Now when it comes to your skeleton spell, probably 9 times out of 10 I'm going to be dropping this down on an expo. Those expos are very lethal, but if they're locked onto one of your Pekkas, your king, or your golem, it's the perfect opportunity to go ahead and drop down that skeleton spell. It can start to do some trickle damage as well as tanking for some of those other defenses. As you progress through towards the end of these attacks, you're probably going to see the majority of your wizards have been picked off, or they've hit giant bombs, stuff like that. It's the Pekkas as well as your king that are going to help carry through the back end of these attacks. You'll see our golems doing a little bit of damage right there, but it's really going to be up to these Pekkas to carry through. This particular one was actually pretty close. We ended up, struggling a little bit, only with 1 or 2 Pekkas left up. But this, like I said, is a fairly comfortable strategy that I use myself on the regular to take down Town Hall 9 bases. If you're coming up, of course, against clan castle troops, which most bases you're probably going to be attacking are, just go ahead, use that poison spell. In these bases, I've just been using it on enemy heroes or skeleton spells, but you're going to want to use it on those clan castle troops, so you can go ahead and do that. But we do have time for one more example, so let's jump in and we'll take a look. So here we go with that third and final example, again coming in against a pretty well upgraded Townhall 9 base. Now I know I'm pretty low on trophies here, down in gold 3, but like I said, this was the strategy I used to push all the way up and into Masters. The eventual aim was to get to Champions, but I unfortunately did just run out of time. So in this particular one, again, approaching it the exact same way, we're creating that funnel, dropping down those funnels on each side, golem, wizards, etc, etc. You're then going to use your Pekkas, hopefully, to funnel into the core of the base, where your king is going to be joining them. Again, a really heavy core section of the base, which is why we went ahead and dropped down our furnace with the rest of the troops. We also have a bowler in there as well. Bowlers are a fantastic choice of troops. Typically, I tend to either bring bowlers in my clan castle, witches in my clan castle, or a furnace, but my personal preference recently has been that furnace because the trickle damage as you progress through the base is really nice. It's not all focused in at the start, you get lots of extra value from it, plus the furnace troop itself is actually very good at helping to take down enemy clan castle troops. But you guys can see this one ends up being absolutely crushed. It's not a problem for us at all to take down this base, and yeah, it's very nice to finish off with a very good 3-star. So yeah, these Townhall 8 strategies are stuff that I myself have been doing for a long time. I am planning on bringing a Townhall 8 specialist into the channel fairly soon, someone who's pushed all the way up to Legends League at Townhall 8. They also have accounts at Townhall 7, Townhall 9 and Townhall 10, so you guys may see an increase in the quality of attacks coming through on these low town halls fairly soon, because recently it has all just been me attacking, and while I can 3-star, as you guys can see here, sometimes my attacks maybe aren't quite up to scratch, but this strategy itself is pretty easy to use and I can comfortably 3-star with it on the regular. This strategy against Townhall 8, 3-stars every time, and against Townhall 9 you should have pretty good success. So hopefully you guys did find this video helpful. Sorry if I was rambling a little bit, I felt I was in this particular one, but go ahead, leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, subscribe to us here at the Barracks, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.